Are you alright, Tatsumi-san?
I help Tatsumi-san up off the ground and call to him. After repeating myself several times, I hear a groan.
Damn it. Ow! Oh, whoa! Hands off!
I'm sorry. If you can't stand, then I'll carry you.
I pick up Tatsumi-san, who is still lying down with both arms.
Whoa! Damn. You're a hell of a lot stronger than you look. Whoa, 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 whoa! How come you're carrying me like this? Like a bride or something?
This is the spousal method of carrying.
No, it ain't. It's the bridal. Oh, wait a sec. Are they pretty much the same thing?
Tatsumi-san, you seem completely fine.
That's what I've been saying. And stop with the Tatsumi-san crap. It's making my skin crawl. Just call me Kanji.
You don't object to being called that? I'm an artificial person, after all.
Huh? Who cares? If I say it's fine, then it's fine. And will you put me down already?
Dang it. Why are like all situations with Kanji stinking amazing? When I put Kanji-san down as requested, he turns his back and repeatedly scratches his head. I feel as if his demeanor has changed compared to how it was before the fight. His loud voice and rough words are the same, but the sense that he will not listen to a word I say is gone. I feel that I can make myself understood now.
Well then, Kanji-san, allow me to ask again. Where are we? And what did you mean by opponent?
Huh? You're not an enemy that Ted set up for me?
Ted? Are you referring to the bear who appeared on the monitor?
This is a fighting tournament. Only the winners get to keep going. I lost this time. But oh well. I wouldn't make it in the big leagues.
That sounds like something Akihiko-san would say.
It's like you two are of the same arcana. Weird.
Huh?
Sorry, I was just talking to myself.
Gotta say, you pack one hell of a punch. Got me real good.
Punch? But I didn't throw any punches.
I just shot a lot of crud at ya.
Listen though, the rest of this tournament ain't gonna be so easy. My senpai are waiting up ahead.
There are more people here. Could you estimate how many?
Kanji-san smiles dauntlessly and gives me a thumbs up. I don't really understand why, but I give him a thumbs up as well. Good job. Then Kanji-san kneels over. Or keels over. I rush in to catch him. When I look into his face, it is still smirking, but he has passed out. Probably due to all the bullets I shot. Dang it. It seems he was fighting through his fatigue for the sake of his pride. He doesn't seem injured, so I carefully set him back down on the floor. Suddenly, that costume Kanji-san called it, Teddy, appears again on the monitor.
Intruders are persona users. Due to difficulties in elimination, they will be acknowledged as valid targets.
It's using that mechanical tone of voice again. The intruders must be me and the others. Since I won't be easy to eliminate, it appears that he's changing tactics. But what could he mean by valid targets? The monitor screen turns off once again. But just like before, it flickers back on after a few seconds. It's the same face as before, but a completely different attitude, and no longer has the Sith eyes. Gosh dang it.
Woohoo! What a fox! Keen to join in on our fun? I'm A-okay with that if you're up for a little fighting. I'll wait for you in the next arena up ahead.
This is more how he sounded at the beginning. He's gone back to normal, or at least recovered from the abnormality.
Silly me. If you're cutting in, you don't know who I am. Ahem. I am General Teddy. Remember that name well.
General Teddy, apparently he really is a teddy bear. He doesn't seem like me, but a number of things he said caught my attention, like how he's the mascot character Persona 4, while I'm the mascot character Persona 3. Wonder who the mascot character Persona 5 is. Heh. Joining in on our fun and arena. These are in line with the tournament Kanji-san mentioned. Is this tournament being held here? But the monitor is silent once again and does not return. I do not think I will make any progress if I remain here. I poke my head through the door where Kanji-san appeared to check my surroundings. What looks like a school hallway leads straight ahead. There appears to be no danger nearby. I manage to hoist Kanji-san's body over my shoulder and try to leave the room.
What?
But something gets stuck and prevents me from proceeding. I stop and check, but I cannot see any obstructions. Both of the sliding doors fell off when Kanji-san came in, and the way is completely open. It should be wide enough for me to pass through easily, even with the person over my shoulder. Yet I cannot proceed. Something is getting stuck. I slow my walking speed and check to see what part of me is getting caught. That is how I discovered something surprising. Nothing is blocking the way, yet only Kanji-san's body cannot pass through the door. It seems there is an invisible wall, one that is selective and prevents only Kanji-san's passage between the room and the hallway. Something Kanji-san said comes back to me. Only the winners get to keep going. Is this what he meant? I increase the sensitivity of my various sensors, but I cannot detect any wall here. I have no way of destroying what I can't touch, which means I have no choice but to leave Kanji-san here.
Oh well. I will come back for you later. Please stay safe until then.
Once he comes around, he's still a Persona user. It's not as if I'm leaving someone behind who can't fend for himself. I reluctantly convince myself to move on. While moving down the hallway, my sensors continue to pick up disturbances from everything in the school. It looks so normal, though. There is a line of glass windows on the wall. Outside is a field level with the ground I am walking on. I seem to be on the first floor of the building. Eventually, I reach... Editing that out. Okay. Eventually, I reach a doorway and cautiously venture outside. There is barely any difference in temperature or atmospheric composition compared to the real world, but the lack of wind is unnatural, and there are other discrepancies between here and there. I turn around and inspect the building's exterior. This is indeed a school. I walk along the wall and go around the building. Soon, I reach what seems to be the main gate. I turn towards the school building once again and come to a realization.
I recognize this place.
I have seen a photo from this angle in the preparation materials. As I recall, this is a high school in Inaba. To make sure, I step past the school gate and check the nameplate. The name engraved in the gate's pillar is Yasogami High School. I cross-reference the name with the map of the area and find a match. This is confusing. A real-world location has been completely recreated inside the TV. Why is it structured like nesting boxes? Just then, I sense something move in the corner of my vision. I quickly turn and view it from the front. It is a uniformed girl. She is running straight through in the opposite direction of the field. Is she a student? No, this is not a real school. Could she be one of the senpai Kanji-san spoke of? But a moment's thought highlights an important detail, her pale skin and hair color. There can be no mistake. It's the girl I saw for a moment at the airport after the hijacking. I may only chase after her, but the girl is much faster than I anticipate, and I cannot close the distance. I release a portion of my foot speed limiters and finally get close, until I am able to grasp her arm from behind.
Huh?
The girl stops and turns around. There is surprise on her face, then she stares in wide-eyed wonder at my form, though I am surprised myself. That instant I take her hand, a flash of intuition charges through me like electricity. This girl is Labrys. I am unaccountably convinced.
Who are you? That's one funny-looking costume you've got on.
Oh, well,
Oh, of course. You're mixed up in this racket too, aren't you?
Racket? Does she mean the tournament?
No, I am not in this tournament of my own free will.
Really? Then you mind letting me go? I'm the student council president. I can't be letting people run wild at this school.
Student council president?
Didn't I tell you to let me go? Are you trying to get in the way of my work here?
The girl looks at me with an irritated expression. How strange. She speaks of it as if she really is leading an ordinary life here at school. If she was aware that she was inside the TV, would she say such things to me?
If you happen to know, could you please tell me what sort of place this is?
Huh? It's the first floor of the classroom building. Can't you tell?
Huh? Is it possible that you don't recall entering a TV?
A TV? Listen, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm kind of in a hurry here. Can I go now?
Before you do, please tell me something. Who are you?
Who? What'd you stop me for if you didn't even know? I just told you. I'm the student council president. What hole have you been hiding in? The elections were just last week. Are we done now? 'Cause I got places to be.
The girl ends the conversation sternly, shakes off my hand, and runs away again. In an instant, she has disappeared into the school building.
Please wait.
Son of a gun! I have been blocked by a gosh dang invisible wall. It's like these things are everywhere in this place, and are used to force people to fight. Speaking of having to fight, I can't see my yada yada yada.
That wall again.
The invisible wall that prevented Kanji-san's passage. It's most likely the same thing. Once again, I am surprised. I can touch it, yet my sensors detect nothing. And it's much stronger than I had imagined. It repels even gunfire, let alone physical strikes. I attempted various methods to destroy it, but before I can, the girl disappears from
It
view.
seems I am forced to try a different route.
I consider the situation once more. Was that girl truly Labrys? There are too many factors now indicating otherwise. Her appearance and the feel of her arm when I grasped a moment ago. Both are strong signs that she is human. If she is entirely artificial, then she could not be a part of an older generation of models than myself. Her speaking voice and behavior were both also indicative of known human patterns. According to the records of Labrys' development, she was sealed away soon after. Even I stumble with natural human speech. She could not have become so proficient in so short a time. She's not a machine, but a human, so she cannot be Labrys. Usually, I would not hesitate to make such a judgment based on the available data. Yet I still cannot shake the feeling that she may be Labrys. The intuition I felt earlier, what caused it? This case remains murky. I feel as if my senses are being muffled by a thin cloth, but I cannot leave her be. Even if she is not Labrys, that fact itself means that she's in danger. I quickly looked for an alternate route. I backtracked the way I came and ran outside. Suddenly, I am enveloped in a tidal wave of sound. These are human voices. The cheering comes from an enormous crowd. I turn around, and a thick mess of people runs towards me out of nowhere. They are boys and girls in school uniforms. It was clear that everyone is looking at me.
Impossible.
How did I fail to detect so many humans? But then I notice it. They're all literally just stinking silhouettes or whatever. There was white noise running through all my sensors. It is the same feeling that I had before fighting Kanji-san. What is this? As I stand in thought, the students close in on me. I ask what business they have with me, but the uproar drowns out my voice. I cannot attack them, so I have no choice but to edge backwards. Soon my back is against the wall. I looked around for an escape route. Luckily, there was a door beside me. I hurried inside to find shelter. The room I have entered appears to be spacious. It is dark here, but I believe it is the gymnasium. Here and there, folding chairs and gym equipment are piled in heaps. It looks like the result of some strange ritual. I know, right? Suddenly, a light shines in the corner. Upon close inspection, I can see a monitor showing something. It is airing some familiar faces.
Rivals. They are friends, yet powerful foes. The desperate fighting program amongst high school students. A new legend is about to start.
May the manliest of all men come on down!
Nobody touches his precious Nanako, the sister complex kingpin of steel, Yu Narukami!
It's only natural.
Wage slave in the boonies by day, hero by night, Captain Resentiment, Yosuke Hanamura!
Everything that bores me has gotta go.
A spunky dragon with deadly legs, the carnivore who's discarded womanhood, Chie Satonaka!
You need to eat more meat!
Please escort me to the ring, my prince, the unconquerable Snow Black, Yukiko Amagi!
I'll finish you in one strike!
blooming roses and bulging muscles, the blood-curdling beefcake emperor, Kanji Tatsumi!
Deep into realms of romance.
The body of a child, the brain of a genius, the 2,000 IQ killjoy detective, Naoto Shirogane!
Is this an army of idiots?
Fight and survive towards the one throne waiting at the end! The P1 Grand Prix where fierce fights will be fought! The battle begins tonight!
I am not sure what to say about the video. It seems to be modeled after promotional videos for martial arts tournaments. I noticed appearances by Kanji-san and the host General Teddy. The other people shown must also be participants. It is safe to assume they are all Persona users. As if watching my reactions from somewhere, General Teddy appears on the monitor replacing the video.
Looks like you're officially getting in on the action. Welcome! Look, everyone! Another challenger!
Without warning, there is a loud sound. All the doors in every direction open at once. Excited, students pour in, cheering and yelling. Before I know it, I am surrounded by people with no means of escape. General Teddy grins at my situation and raises his stubby arm.
Well then, bring out the next opponent!
A spotlight shines on a spot where the crowd parts. A female student can be seen. She has short hair and wears a sweatshirt. She looks very athletic. Oh, it's Chie, isn't it? I recognize her face from the video. Her name was Chie. Ah, man, why do I have to make my favorite Persona 4 characters first? She stepped in front of me, bouncing. Actually, I do like you more, but blarg. Anyway, she steps in front of me, bouncing from foot to foot.
I heard that you're elbowing in on the tournament. Suits me fine. Let's do this!
As she finishes her speech, she takes a fighting stance. Just then, a gleaming silhouette appears behind her. It is another Persona. Chie-san extends her palm facing up and motions with her fingers, taunting me.
Ooh, she's ready and raring to go!
This is strange. Chie-san's willingness to fight is odd enough, but even stranger are the students in the crowd. Even when seeing a Persona up close, they show no signs of alarm. Come to think of it, how did they get here? I cannot believe that they are all Persona users, but even if they were, would they be so excited over such brutality? While stuck in a mysterious world filled with potential dangers? That does not seem likely. Perhaps my basic assumptions are faulty. Could they, like these buildings, be unnatural? I cannot jump to conclusions, but I decided to take the offensive. I turned to the monitor. General Teddy is bouncing up and down gleefully.
I will fight on one condition.
Which is?
Interesting. He answered me. I can hold a conversation with him, which means he can see and hear me.
That you immediately release all these students from this school, or rather from this world. If you do that, I will fight as you wish.
Tut tut! Are you making demands to me? Before you get too worried about other people, why not worry about yourself?
I will not fight unless you guarantee their safety.
I glared at General Teddy through the monitor. I didn't want to involve the students, but I have an idea.
Sheesh! What a stubborn girl!
He snapped his stubby fingers. The room instantly fills with lights. I ward myself against it by covering my eyes. A few seconds later, the brightness fades normal as my eyes adjust, and all the students have vanished. Gosh dang it, Teddy.
Ta-da! Is that what you wanted?
The general smiles proudly. My guess was correct. If the students were fake, it is easier for him to remove them than to talk me into fighting. As a result, my sensors detect the moment when the students disappeared all at once. The only human here is Chie-san in front of me. Looking around, it seems that not everything disappeared. Human-like figures remain, as if the shadows of the students were burned into the scenery. There are several about the gymnasium. Their readings are similar to shadows, but they show no sign of hostility. So, these are the true forms of those students. They have been unmasked.
Honestly, you're in no position to be making demands, you know. I'm making an exception just this once, because it's no fun if you don't both go at it tooth and claw. Even if you don't resist, your opponent will show no mercy. It'll be a grisly sight!
Come on! Even if the crowd was still here, would you not have hit back when I hit you?
No. The safety of the people must be prioritized above all else.
Ha! That's pretty cool of you, actually. But self-sacrifice doesn't mean much coming from a machine. They can just fix you right up. Oh, that's right. It doesn't even count as self-sacrifice for a machine. It's just what you're programmed to do.
Gosh, I hate it when Chie's words are being warped. Man, they just come off as mean.
You probably don't feel pain or anything, huh? It just seemed that way because you look human.
You may not understand, but I can sense pain as well.
Really? That's such a weird thing to program into a weapon. Doesn't make any sense to me.
That's...
As I struggle to answer Chie-san smiles
Well,
wide.
that's fine with me. Means I can fight you without pulling any punches.
Her smile disappears and her eyes spark with fire as she launches herself at me. I would rather not fight her, but she is a persona user. I clench my teeth and make myself ready to intercept her.
If I must fight you, then I will.
Alrighty, now it's time to fight Chie. Not gonna lie, that was probably her at her meanest. But granted, that's technically not her speaking and everything. But goodness, that was her just being. That was just pretty jerky. Gosh dang it, Shadow Teddy, why do you have to warp her words like that? Because we all know that Chie would never say crud like that to someone. Good lord. Anyway, let's just go in with everything, and I'm not gonna bother with unlike everyone else's special attacks, I'm not gonna really bother too much with Aigis's just because hers is pretty dang annoying to pull off. Not as annoying as Stinging Elizabeth's, but still stinking pretty annoying. And now let's just finish off Chie, and there we go.
All right, it's over. Time to leave.
Oh, sheesh. Wow. You're definitely a pro when it comes to fighting.
I'm sorry. Are you all right?
Yeah. But boy, I didn't stand a chance against you. Hey, what's all this about you being a robot?
She is upset by her loss, but seems cheerful. She didn't show this own. Oh gosh, I cannot read that right now because of the stinking. Mindiness before the fight. Perhaps, as with Kanji, I can make peace with her by. No, it is vain to me to think that is possible. Her words echo in my mind. It doesn't even count as self-sacrifice for a machine. It's just what you're programmed to do. I hate to admit it, but her observation is correct.
I may seem like a ridiculous machine to you, but I'm still...
Huh? I never said that. Wait. You're not acting like you did before the fight. I'm surprised that you're a robot, but what gives?
Chie-san looks stupefied. Her expression confuses me as well. She stated it clearly, yet she doesn't remember. Then something hit me. Didn't things go similarly with Kanji-san as well? Could it be that something was done to the participants? No, I should avoid drawing conclusions based solely on speculation. Besides, there is something I must do first.
That reminds me. I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Aigis.
Looks like we let our fists say too much before we opened our mouths.
I saw the introductory video. You're Chie Satonaka, correct?
Yep. Oh, you can just call me Chie.
The carnivore who's discarded...
Gosh
manhood.
dang it, no.
Okay, you didn't need to bring that part up, and I didn't discard anything. I can use a persona, but I'm just an ordinary high school student. I go to Yasugami High. So anyways, are you, seriously a machine? No foolin'?
Yes. I was created as a weapon for a certain purpose. It may be difficult to explain to you.
Nah, I can tell from the fight you're telling the truth. Huh. So you're not cosplaying.
Gosh dang it.
Then again, it'd be pretty nuts for someone to come out here to cosplay.
I know, right?
Speaking of which, Chie-san, can you tell me what this place, this world, is? I confess that I am looking for someone. While pursuing them, I heard the rumor about going inside TVs and ended up here.
Oh, right. You can use a persona. That's how you got into the TV. Where should I start? I don't know exactly how it works, but this place is supposedly a realm formed by human thought.
By thought, does that mean this is someone's mental landscape?
I guess so.
Then we've physically entered a mental world? Through a TV, no less? How can this be?
To tell the truth, I never understood it so well myself. There was this insane monster thing around town up until early spring. It created this whole world, and I got my persona because of what happened in here.
Chie-san folds her arms with a troubled look on her face.
Come to think of it, all this stuff should have been over and done with. But you see that ad showing on the monitor over there? It suddenly started getting shown on TV in reality. There's no way we were gonna stand for that crap to be shown. So that's why me and my friends came in here to put a stop to it.
Your friends are here as well?
Yeah, a couple. Also, that Teddy guy who's hosting this, plus the girl Rise who's serving as commentator. They're my friends too, but they're acting so weird.
She lets out a sigh.
Oh, sorry, listen to me, babbling away. Do you think you can find this person you're looking for? Actually, could whoever it is get in here? I don't think normal people can enter the TV.
To tell you the truth, I have already encountered one such person, but
I tell her about the girl I saw. I gave her all the details that I can remember. I recall that she called herself the student council president. She did not seem aware that she was inside the TV.
Oh, you mean the girl who was calling herself the student council president? Yeah, I saw her too. She was yelling into a bullhorn to stop this foolishness, but then she ran off saying she was gonna go talk to the tournament's host.
she was wearing the same skirt that you are, Chie-san. It seems to be part of a uniform. Are you acquainted with her?
No, I don't know her. It's funny, that girl said she was elected last week, but if I remember right, our student council president was a guy.
I have many doubts about her. I must meet her again and figure her out.
Thank you. I now have a better understanding of the situation. Well then, I should be going now. I would like it if you could come along, but
I know, I can't leave here, right? I'll stay put for now.
I will come back for you later. You may find it hard to trust me, but
No, I believe you.
Chie-san replies unhesitantly.
I've been through so much over this past year that I'm pretty confident I can read people. Honestly, though, what other choice do I have? If you run into any of my friends, tell them I'm okay.
I will.
After wiping the dust from her right hand in her sleep, Chie-san extends it to me.
Aigis-san, right? So, if this was some fighting manga, we'd beat the tar out of each other, then shake hands in the end as best friends. A powerful enemy can become a powerful friend, you know?
I clasp her hand. She smiled in embarrassment.
Friendship can do amazing things. I saw that for myself last year. And you and I can be friends too, so, you don't need to talk like you're just an object.
Chie-san.
Don't look at me like that. You're embarrassing me. Come on, get going. Go! Hurry!
Yes, I'll see you later.
Energized by Chie-san's words, I run towards the entrance. I turn around and wave to Chie-san. There is more at stake than Labrys. I must protect these people. I swear a vow to myself and leave.